She chose him over you. And right now, you're probably doing one of the things that's going to haunt you for the next 6 months. Most guys make a critical mistake in the first 48 hours after rejection that destroys any chance of moving forward with confidence. I am about to show you the 5 counterintuitive ways to handle this situation that separate men who spiral from men who level up. And fair warning, number 3 is going to make you question everything you thought you knew about attraction. Look, getting chosen second or not chosen at all stings. There's no sugarcoating it. But how you respond to this moment literally determines whether you become more attractive or less attractive going forward. Not just to her, but to every woman who comes after. So let's break down the 5 ways to handle this, like someone who actually understands human psychology. First way, immediate no contact. And I mean immediate. The biggest mistake? Trying to change her mind. Texting paragraphs about why she's making a mistake. Asking for closure. Trying to stay friends right away. All of this screams insecurity and validates her decision. Here's what actually works. You disappear. Not out of spite, but out of self-respect. You're not playing games. You're genuinely focusing elsewhere. Because here's the truth. The moment you start chasing someone who rejected you, you prove them right about not choosing you. Scarcity creates value. When you remove your attention completely, you force her to experience what life looks like without you in it. And that's more powerful than any speech you could give. Second way, feel everything but show nothing publicly. Behind closed doors, process that rejection. Feel angry. Feel disappointed. Feel hurt. That's human. But on social media, in mutual spaces, in front of her, you're thriving. I'm not telling you to fake happiness. I'm telling you to actually build it. Hit the gym harder. Dive into that project. Reconnect with friends. The goal isn't to make her jealous. The goal is to genuinely become someone who doesn't need her validation to feel whole. Women are attracted to men who are wanted by life itself. When she sees you're not crumbling, when she sees other people gravitating toward you, it completely reframes her decision in her mind. Third way, understand that her choice wasn't a referendum on your value. This is the big one. She didn't choose him because you're inadequate. She chose him because something about their dynamic clicked at that moment. Maybe he was more available. Maybe he was more aggressive in pursuing. Maybe they had history. Maybe she's making a terrible decision and doesn't even know it yet. Stop creating a narrative where you're the inferior option. You're simply a different option. And different people want different things. The second you internalize this, you stop taking it personally. And when you stop taking it personally, you stop acting desperate. That shift in energy is everything. Fourth way, use this as data, not devastation. Every rejection is information. What can you actually learn here? Were you too passive? Too available? Did you fail to create tension? Did you wait too long to make a move? Be honest with yourself, but don't be cruel. This isn't about tearing yourself down. It's about upgrading your approach. Maybe you need to be more direct with your intentions. Maybe you need to work on your conversation skills. Maybe you need to expand your social circle so you're not so invested in one person. Turn this pain into precision. The men who do this become unstoppable. The men who don't repeat the same patterns forever. Fifth way, keep your options open and actively pursue them. Nothing kills Oneidas faster than meeting someone who actually chooses you first. And I don't mean rebounding recklessly. I mean genuinely putting yourself out there with intention. Go on dates. Talk to new women. Expand your world. Because here's what happens when you do this. You realize she wasn't the only option. You realize other women see in you what she didn't. And suddenly, the woman who rejected you doesn't hold this mythical power anymore. She becomes just another person who wasn't the right fit. And when you run into her again, you're not the guy nursing a broken heart. You're the guy who moved on and moved up. Here's the bottom line. How you handle rejection reveals your character more than how you handle success. She chose another man. That's her choice. Your choice is what comes next. You can spiral, obsess, and shrink. Or you can disappear, improve, and dominate. The men who choose the latter don't just recover. They become the ones women regret not choosing. Now get out there and prove to yourself that you re the kind of man who doesn't need anyone as approval to know his worth.